A one-way train ticket brought this son of a Pennsylvania coal miner to Reno.
Their recruiting was, they'd never been to Reno before. The coaches had heard about him and sent him a one-way train ticket. And thank goodness it was a one-way train ticket, and he couldn't leave.
It was an investment that would reap many dividends for our university and shape the community we live in today.
The great thing about him is he did so many things that he's an icon from the standpoint. Not only was he an athletic director that basically oversaw things, but he was also an innovator.
And Dick was the glue of keeping things together. And then he brought this young whippersnapper, Chris Alt, into town. And with his enthusiasm and Dick's, they pulled people together and got people interested in the university.
I think that athletics is the front porch of the university. It's what a good part of the community sees and understands to be the university. And so in that sense, his role as the coach and as the athletic director was very instrumental in laying the groundwork for us becoming a university town.
Richard Dick Trachock was a slippery halfback who followed a stellar stint on the Wolfpack's nationally ranked football team into a career of coaching, mentoring, and community service.
From the first day you meet him as a football coach to the last time we sat and talked to each other, he's just a good person, and he's always about good. Those people are hard to find nowadays.
After graduating from the University of Nevada in 1949, he taught mathematics and coached at Reno High School from 49 to 58, leading the Huskies to 6 state championships. In 1959, he took over the Wolfpack's head coaching reins.
Well, I think like any great coach, he was able to take what he had, the material he had, and utilize it to its fullest.
And so, he was a coach not just as the X's and O's of on the athletic field of endeavor, but he was one of those people that had an effect on me that, it just makes sense for me to call him coach.
He was very good to play for because as a quarterback, he allowed me to call all the plays. That was really unheard of. I mean, it still isn't in this day and age.
He then served as the university's athletic director from 1969 to 1986. Trachock laid the foundation for a highly successful athletics program.
He's an individual that basically knew the bottom line. There wasn't a lot of money.
There's one thing about Dick. He's tighter than bark on a tree. And that really helped a lot because when Chris Alt came, there were a lot of boosters that wanted to do wild stuff. And Dick told them no.
Trachock was instrumental in starting and serving as chairman of the Wolfpack Hall of Fame. Along with State Senator William Raggio and Governor Paul Laxalt, Trachock developed the idea, now a 47-year-old tradition, of the annual Governor's Dinner fundraiser at the Governor's Mansion.
And I remember my mother would set the tables and do the decorations for the tables, and it quickly became the premier athletic fundraising event in the state.
Because his relationship within the community, having coached at Reno High School, having the background and the, relationships he had within the community. And the AGC was a major part of all this because they helped grow this community.
With wife Fran, the Trachocks are longtime community benefactors who continue to support the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, Catholic Charities of Northern Nevada, and Our Lady of the Snows School.
Well, this is a great honor for Dick, but really the person that should be getting honor is Fran. She should be getting this honor because she sat up in those bleachers for all those years, listened to people call him names and stuff, and she just rode along.
The way I like to characterize it, my father was the coach, my mother was the quarterback who overrode all calls at the line of scrimmage.
With skill, integrity, and responsibility, Dick Trachock continues to be a role model and mentor who bridged the gap between the early days of Wolfpack athletics to the modern university program that supports student athletes from around the world.
For more than 50 years, he's had an influence in this community. He has served as a mentor, a role model, sometimes a disciplinarian for so many in this community.
And he's, that's why I say he's an icon. He's an individual that'll never happen again.
I think the Sir Award says it all. I mean, your skill, your integrity, your responsibility. Dick has always demonstrated all those great qualities of a good person, first of all, but all those great qualities of somebody who's going to be successful and be a leader.
I am tickled to death to be his friend, and there's nobody more deserving for this honor than Dick Trachock.
Dick Trachock, the Sir Award.